Hey everybody, we're back up here at the, well, I should say down here at the Wisconsin Frozen Bud Hang. Got Runner with me. As you can see, there's no snow. Where's the snow, you guys? Instead of having a poke, because we bring, you know, I brought in Sloppy Joes. We got a lot of gear to bring in. So what Runner did, he got a poke on wheels here.
Yeah.
We got a little wagon here that works really well so far. And hopefully it doesn't snow while we're up here, because if it snows deep, we're not getting this thing out of here.
I got snow tires.
The temperatures are supposed to be, probably about 35 degrees, which is about 1-2 Celsius, and it's going to only get down to 25, maybe 20 degrees, which is about -4 Celsius. So instead of the frozen Bud Hang, we're up here at the sweaty Bud Hang.
I think that it's very unusual winter this year up here in the Great Northland, so we have to adapt and make do with whatever we can. We brought some nice, we'll call comfortable chairs to also sit on, so not the normal one we used to backpack. So
Lazy boy chairs, that's what we got up here.
Yep.
So we have a lot of guys coming up here. There's someone from Tennessee, there's someone from Texas. John from Texas is back here. Look at this guy.
100-liter Fall Raven, I think they said Keka.
Feel bad for the people coming from down south expecting this cold weather and snow. They're just not going to get it this year. This is really unusual. But yeah, we're off. Let's go. Let's go to camp. Grab
All right,
that.
let's go.
Grab the poke.
Grab the poke. Hold the poke. Hold the poke.
Now you guys, this is Tom. He's from Duluth, which is northern Minnesota. And I'm sure they have a little bit of snow up there, more than what we have down here. But you can see he has a poke. And most people are going to have a poke up here, because that's what you need to get that cold weather gear in. But, well, how are you doing with that poke?
Yeah, it's definitely not as easy without snow on the ground, but making do with what you got.
Yep, make do what you got. You're wheeling it pretty good. There's a little bit of powder here. It snowed about an hour ago, so hopefully when we get out of this tree cover that we'll pick up some more snow for him to cruise through here easily. But you should have brought a poke with wheels like we have.
Yeah, I need an all-terrain.
An all-terrain, there you go.
That would have been good.
So yep, camp is right down here. We're almost there, and we're looking forward to meeting people like Tom here. It's going to be a great time. Looks like this is going to be home. All right. I'm thinking this tree and this tree right here. The runner's right over here. This is it.
Doesn't come with an instruction.
Now on this trip I got the Superior 30-degree hammock, and also I got a 30-degree comforter multi-quilt that snaps underneath the hammock here, and it snugs right up against there to keep you nice and warm, and this will bring me down to about -10, which is -28 Celsius. Now the top quilt I have is a 40-degree burl, and it's from Hammock Gear, and that will keep me nice and warm, even though the temperatures are going to be colder. But I have this 50-degree cocoon that zips up like a cocoon. And I'll be like a little caterpillar in there, and when I wake up in the morning, I'll be a butterfly. Now with the Superior hammock, I have a half bug net. And the reason why is I can zipper this up and down, and this cocoon only zippers halfway. This way, when I zipper this half bug net down, I can tuck my cocoon in there and it won't fall out. And I can use that to tuck all that around me, all that down goodness around me. Man, this thing, I'm going to be snug as a bug in here. It's going to be a little bit too warm. This is overkill, but I wanted to bring it. I got it, and I'm going to sleep good in it. And also with this half bug net, I cut the front end out, and this way I can see through, and the condensation will flow out with none of that stuff in front of it. It'll land on the cocoon, and I can just bring it out there and air it out. And when it's dry, I can tuck it back in there, and this will collect the condensation on the top of the cocoon here, which is really nice. You got a 30-degree hammock?
No, the hammock? No,
Yeah.
no. I got a, I have a 40-degree cocoon on the top, minus 40-degree quilt on the bottom attached to the hammock.
Did you say minus 40?
Minus 40.
You know that's minus 40 Celsius?
Minus 40 Celsius?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What is that centigrade?
That means you're going to be cooking tonight.
No, I don't have a problem. I love to be comfy. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a beautiful day out here in northwestern Wisconsin. We're getting our hammock set up for the frozen butt hang. Part of that was I wanted to set my shelter up without using any stakes whatsoever.
No stakes?
No stakes at all. There used to be a stump here. Came and took that, ripped that down barehanded, dropped it on the ground in the perfect spot where I could then wrap the cord around and hook into my shelter. On the other part, to get it a porch mode so I can see out, I had to use two cords to get around the tree that's a little bit further away. We can see out if we're in, our head is on this end of the bunk, the hammock, so to speak.
No stakes.
No stakes yet.
Like Runner, I also did not use stakes because the ground is frozen. And you guys, if you come into a woods area with your hammock, especially in the wintertime, always try to use trees. That's the best anchor points. They're never going to come undone. With the stakes, you never know. Hard ground. Otherwise, you can find some dead branches or logs you can hook up onto. But also, I got mine all on trees. That was on a little tree. For lunch, we stopped at a gas station called Quick Trip, and I am having pastrami Swiss on marble rye. And also at the gas station, it's really cool. They have onions. You can put a little cup the onions in and put it on your sandwich. Got a gourmet sandwich.
Hey.
Did you get some onions?
I did get some onions, yeah.
What do they say? Onions, onions, la la la. Onions,
we
onions,
promised,
la
Ron.
la la.
Marine,
Onions, onions, la la la.
we weren't going to sing anymore.
Ooh,
We're not singing.
ooh, ooh.
I don't know, man.
It's supposed to be I love onions.
Oh,
All right, no more singing.
no more singing.
And I think right now it's 35 degrees, which is 2 Celsius, 1 Celsius. Crazy.
Crazy.
It should be below zero, negative 17 Celsius, but I'm thinking about getting a suntan today.
Yeah. Are we going to head up to the fire after lunch?
After lunch, after you get your wool on. After the fire was started, a tripod made of logs was made to hang a large pot over the fire to prevent the water from freezing, and also to have hot water for coffee, tea, or hot chocolate.
enjoying the fact that you were thinking you were right with your definition, so that just made them bigger.
Well, we're getting a little bit of wood.
Yeah, I don't need it to be. My mom had given.
Well, it's about 4:30. People are up there above the hill here by the fire and getting food ready. Our camp is right over here. Runners following the edge of this lake. I don't know if the ice is thick enough, and I'm hoping it is, because we can cut across instead of coming around the forest to the congregation area where everyone has are meeting with the fire and having food. This way it will save us time. Runner can scamper across there, but I'm a little heavier than Runner. I just got to find someone heavier than me to go out and test that ice out. But it's warm, no wind, beautiful night. And you can see this, I think this is Game Lake, how beautiful it is. Runner's on his phone talking to his wife, checking in, make sure he's not in trouble. Or he's on TikTok right now. One of the two. Gorgeous little campsite. You could probably get 100 hangs here. Tomorrow I'm going to go around, check out all the hangs. But I'm going to get up to camp there where the fire is and talk to some of the people and see what's on the menu. After a long night of talking and eating, it was time to retire to our hammocks. Morning of the second day.
Well, good morning, everyone. I slept great in the Superior hammock, nice and toasty warm. I was a little too warm. I had a layer I had to take off. I have a 40-degree underquilt and with this 50-degree cocoon top. It really kept me warm. Right now it's 25 degrees, which is -3 Celsius, and I was toasty warm. Took me a while to fall asleep. Yesterday at the fire, there was a lot of food, but there was these lemon bars. I think I had one too many. One of the best lemon bars I ever ate, and I'm telling you, 3, 4, maybe 5, and that sugar kept me up all night. I shouldn't say all night. It took me a while to fall asleep, and I was sugared up. I was buzzing. I don't eat much of that sugar, but I couldn't pass up those lemon bars. They were so tasty. It snowed last night. It started snowing right before we went to bed. We were all at the campfire, and around 10 o'clock it started. Just real light snow. Kind of a little sleety, wet, but came in the hammock and fell asleep, and we woke up to a winter wonderland. It's not, I would say maybe an inch of snow, but it's doing that same just light snow that it's just covering everything. We don't want to get too much snow here because Runner and I have our poke with wheels, that wagon, and man, getting out of here would be, so we got our snow. It's not the snow we wanted. If it stays like this, it'd just be beautiful. It's just gorgeous. We're gonna go for a hike later on, and you'll see what it's like. If it stays like this, get a little snow on the ground, the snow on the trees and the brush, it's gonna be beautiful. The hike's you're gonna like this hike. Oh, Runner's just getting up over there. Someone poked the bear and he's up. We came up here, there was supposed to be a lot of firewood left for us. But someone came here maybe a week or so ago and burnt it up. So we had to go find our own firewood. We had to forage. But we got enough to last the night. We'll have to do some more foraging today because I think we burned it all up. Oh, last night was a lot of fun. We sat by the fire catching up with the friends that we met over the years and meeting new friends. Shooting the breeze, conversation was great, a lot of laughter. And the food. Oh, the food. We had ribs, we had chicken wings, burritos. Matt made beef stew, and oh, that was very tasty. And like I said earlier, those lemon bars, those were good. And there's also other things like brownies and cookies, I believe. I think Runner and I are going to have breakfast here, and then we're going to go up to the main camp where everyone's going to be, and I'm sure someone's going to make some type of breakfast burrito or bacon and eggs, hopefully. So we'll eat a little bit here. I'm going to have, and I'm sure Runner's going to have, we always have, oatmeal and a little bit of chocolate milk. I'll have broth. But I heard tonight there's going to be a lot of food. The guy from Louisiana made shrimp, Cajun shrimp, so we're going to have that tonight. And Runner and I made sloppy joes. So there's going to be a lot of food. There's going to be a lot of eating, and boy, we got to do a little hike to get some of those calories off, as Runner would say. Got to get some water in me. One thing in the wintertime, you need to get a lot of water because it's so dry that you'll be surprised at how you lose a lot of moisture. So you need to drink more water in the wintertime, believe it or not. So I got to get some water in me. Last night I got up probably around 2, 3 in the morning, and I could see someone walking on the path right up the hill here. They're probably coming from the bathroom and heading back to their camp. But it's 7:30, almost 8 o'clock. So that would be, wow, 10 hours in the hammock. I got to shoot for 12. Time to get up. Time to stop being lazy and get going. See what everyone else is doing. Runner's almost up. And Runner, what's for breakfast? I got this pot. It's a replica of a teapot back in the Civil War, 1860s. Cool little pot. Has a little spout, little handle.
I thought it was a plant watering thing. Stay there.
There it is.
There it is.
What you got?
I have some instant coffee.
Got a boil.
Yeah.
New ones?
Yeah.
Takes a little. Raspberry and strawberry oatmeal bags. I think it has twice as much as the old ones. For my drink, I'm having broth. I went to get some broth. This is beef broth, and I thought it was cubes, but it's a paste. So I'm going to try this paste, and you can see it's all smashed in this baggie. So I got to scoop it out, put it in my cup, and we'll see how it turns out. Looks like it came out of a baby's diaper. Well, let's see how this turns out.
I hope it turns out good. Stick the whole plastic bag in there.
Now this teapot, this replica of a Civil War teapot, his name was Boreal Whisper, was the one that turned me on to this. And I think it's from Turkey Foot Forges. If not, I'll put it right up here. But it's really handy. What did you think of this?
I think it's a nice little teapot. I wish I had one like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And it works really well, and it heats up pretty quick, too. What kind of stove we got there, Runner?
We're using a Fancy Feast, and it is really the one that we've just kind of adopted as our stove. We use them. I have one. The Marine has one, and we just kind of always use them. It's really nice. Heats up the water very quickly. And I know there's a lot of different stoves out there.
And I've tried almost every alcohol stove out there, and there's nothing better than the Fancy Feast. And I should be making my own, but I have all these stoves, and I love using them, trying them out, but the Fancy Feast is definitely the best one. You guys, Runner had his water bottle that was frozen, didn't have a sleeve on there, so what we did is we heated up the water, we put it in there. A few minutes ago, this was almost solid ice. We had to kind of break it up a little bit. Put a sleeve on this. This will be good till tomorrow.
You think so?
Yeah. Another tip, when you put in the sleeve, put the water bottles upside down, because you can see on top here, the ice will be on top instead of on the opening. So when you flip it over, the ice is on the bottom, you have water on top. Something that is a good little tip. You still sleeping? Get up. Yeah, that's what it's about. What are you making there?
Little bacon, eggs and bagels. Yep. And hot water for coffee.
Yep, some cheese too, bacon, egg, cheese, and
Nothing's better than bacon.
That's right.
oh yeah,
You know what's better than bacon?
What's
more
that?
bacon.
More bacon. I like that.
That's right. Wow. Can barely contain it in his sandwich.
You have to keep a massage to keep the.
Dad, look. This one's the fun.
All right.
Oh man.
Well, come back in 5 minutes.
Go for quarter turn.
Yeah. Quarter turn.
What? The 20th century is calling. The 21st century.
Mom.
All right, Kate, give us some words of wisdom.
About what?
Trail
food?
wisdom.
Trail
No, you got to
wisdom.
duck to him for trail wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay,
There you go.
Matt.
Trail wisdom is you recruit people to cook for you.
Always eat the meat.
And this guy, you know he's a winner. Look at that hat.
Yeah.
There you go.
We got a winner. I hope there's no Vikings people here. Oh,
Or
wait,
Bears
we're gonna-
fans.
Oh, even worse. You know what the best one is? All three of them.
All three of them.
Isn't that perfect?
And the best one is to have someone else lug it in for you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Mountain Man breakfast. It has a mixture of egg, pork sausage. In this case, we have some smoked sausage, potatoes, baked potatoes, and some shredded potatoes, cheese, egg, and salt and pepper for seasoning. Oh, onions, green pepper, garlic. Not green peppers, but bell peppers. And biscuits on top.
Wow.
Water's like we're frying fish.
The chef gets to eat.
Right.
And there's food left warm.
Yeah.
Well, let
And you
us
can
know how
hold
is
enough
it.
oil in it to fry it well.
Yeah, and it doesn't weigh anything.
So where'd you find it?
You're welcome. It's good.
Matt, what do you think?
And they're called steak.
Top notch.
Well, no, they're called cold
All right.
As Runner and I went for a little hike, some of the others stayed back at camp to prepare for tonight's last supper.
What kind of polk is that?
That is a.
You can all like line up on the jump a couple times before I join you. Yeah, but people try to climb on us.
When I'm not going to come.
And then I'm gonna hold it so that you can pull yourself out of it.
There you go.
And we only had, what did we get, about 2 inches, you think?
Yeah, about 2 inches.
Just enough to cover the trees and the ground and.
It's sticky. It's a sticky snow.
Yeah, it's
But,
really nice though. Really nice.
Yeah, we're finally getting some of that white goodness.
Yeah.
You can just hear the air, the wind going through the trees, the frost on the trees. Yeah,
We always said
what can you
that.
ask for?
We always said that there's nothing like the woods in the winter, and if you haven't had an opportunity to get out there, you know, and you don't have to camp necessarily, but of course a hike in the woods in the winter to me it is, like they say, the piece de resistance. It's just
Yes.
really, really, really nice. So,
God's creation is right here.
yep.
Oh man, like I said, with that snow, it's like.
Smoky's there. Where's that shovel still out there? I'm waiting for the handle to snap on.
We can fashion something up.
We've come to a dilemma. We have Narrow Neck Pond, we got the Ice Age Trail that way, we got alternate route that way, we got benches over that way. What about sitting on a bench?
Well, we should try that.
We will sit on a bench. Which way are the benches?
Back that way.
After you. All right, you guys, this is Nick of the Woods. He organized us. There's two people, Carla with a K and Nick of the Woods, organized great hammock forums, hammock hangs. And as far as the winter, this is the best. You do a great job. I really appreciate, and all the guys appreciate Nick doing this. But also, Nick owns a company named Now Outdoors, and he does unique trips. Well, you explain.
Yeah, so we do here in Wisconsin and Minnesota especially, we do backpacking trips and canoeing. We do boundary water trips, and in the wintertime we do snowshoe trips. So this winter's kind of mild right now, but the frozen butt hang is kind of a great way to kick off the season. Next weekend we've got a 4-day sort of mini expedition, and then I've got a 9-day boundary water trip after that. In February I'm going to be scouting out an Arctic Ocean snowshoe trip for about 2 weeks.
Wow.
And hopefully next winter we can start offering that one as well.
That's cool. And also, I mean, he goes overseas. You got Peru, you're in Nepal.
Yep.
You got something coming up in Nepal, don't you?
Yeah, this summer we're going back to Peru at the end of June for about 2 weeks. So when it's peak bug season here in Wisconsin, we'll be up in the mountains. It'll be below freezing at night. No mosquitoes.
No mosquitoes.
In September, the second half of September, we'll be doing an Everest Base Camp trip.
And also, he's Mr. Alpaca. This isn't. I take it they're very warm. I know beaver is really warm and that kind of. But he does. You sell those, right?
Yeah. So I had this my first trip to Peru. I asked some friends of mine down there if they could make me a trapper-style hat with the alpaca wool. Alpaca wool, a lot of folks know, it's a premium wool. It's hollow fiber. It makes great clothing, great base layers. But the trapper hats are kind of a style up here. So I said, hey, can you make me an alpaca wool, fur hat?
Yeah.
And I've had this one for pushing 6 years now. It's held up really well. Now, I've got other hats too with like coyote and rabbit and stuff like that. And this one's held up remarkable. So my last trip down there, I commissioned my buddy to make a bunch of these different colors and to bring back here and offer. And there's a bunch of folks now that wear them. We got black and blonde, so all different colors.
We're seeing more people wearing these up here.
Yeah, I mean they're enormous, but yeah, they're crazy warm, and they make a nice camp pillow in the hammock.
Yeah.
So,
oh, really? That's a good point.
yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that's multifunctional. Well, thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
And if you haven't checked out Now Outdoors, you want something unique, something fun, even if you don't have the experience, he is very experienced and he will teach you these skills and survival skills, right?
Yeah, this spring we'll have this posted pretty soon here. We've got wilderness first aid certification courses that I offer. We're going to do a land navigation weekend course.
Orientation.
You know, backpacking beginner trips, and we've got a beginner wilderness canoe trip in May, and then that's a good prequel to a bigger boundary water trip. We do sometimes we'll do a survival course in the summertime as well. So lots of options.
Check out Now Outdoors. I'll put a link right there, right above them. Check out that link. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I saw that. No, I can't get them on.
Fun. How you doing over here, Jackson? Showing your bacon fish. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. It's also,
You ever watch any of
I'll take a ladle for me.
Nothing like a hot beverage while sitting around the fire chatting as we patiently wait for the feast to begin.
Jimi Hendrix and Carl?
Good? The handles are getting.
You need longer bells.
That's it. Somebody's got a big white one.
Because that's all.
It's an adult horse, I think. No shame.
I don't have a jacket.
Peanuts.
They're like,
I hit on a scratch off.
They're pretty good, but not as sweet.
A little hard on the teeth.
Well, I think she is. She does good.
When you're in it all day, it's like it doesn't
oh wow.
Your kid's gonna die. It is the most hilarious experience. It's unexpected and shocking.
Do it now before it gets too late.
You don't bring your guitar for songs around the fire.
Oh yeah, toss that right on. Yeah. That'll get enough. Yep.
Like, you know.
I watched it. I downloaded it.
she had a red light on her tree last night.
Right in here. Enjoy it.
Yeah. Want to get theater?
Look appetizing now.
Shrimp. What kind of shrimp is that?
Gulf shrimp, baby.
And that's from the coast, right?
Yep, down the bayou.
Bayou.
The big bayou.
Yeah, this is Cajun. He brought the shrimp from Louisiana. We appreciate it.
You're all very welcome. Glad to be of service.
Oh, look at that. This is what I had. That's what's left of my plate.
Thought that was runners.
After gorging and talking all night, it was time to say our goodbyes as we head to our hammocks for one last slumber at the 2024 Wisconsin Frozen Butt Hang.
Good night.
Good night. Well, I got myself tucked in with all this down goodness around me. I'm going to sleep like a baby in this hammock tonight. I can't wait to fall asleep. But before I do, I'd like to say a shout out to all the people that attended this Wisconsin Frozen Butt Hang. I really enjoyed your company. This was the best part of it was meeting you guys and talking and spending time by the fire and the food that you brought. Oh, that was an added bonus. But for you that have never attended one of these Hammock Forum Hangs, I really suggest that you give it a try. The people are great. You meet new friends, learn a lot of things because people have different techniques and different hammocks, different tricks, and you can share it with each other. But the camaraderie is what makes it special. So, well, I'm going to go to bed. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. So, good night. All right, guys, this ends the 2024 Wisconsin Frozen Butt Hang. As you can see, we finally got a little bit of snow, and I feel pretty good about that because these guys that had these pokes coming in with the gravel, the dirt, and they were struggling getting those pokes, and we had our poke with wheels on. But this morning, they should be able to fly right out.
Yeah. Actually, the wagon worked decent coming out today. The wheels were really moving, so
yeah.
The trails were nice and packed, so we're good.
We got about 2 inches of snow. It got down to 25 degrees, which is -3 Celsius. Yesterday was such a great time. There's a guy from Louisiana named Cajun, trail named Cajun, and he made a pot full of shrimp. And I sat there by that bucket. I was shucking shrimp and I must have had 40 of them, and they were huge shrimps. And I had this tin pan right there, and I was throwing all the shuck in there, and I think I filled that pan up. I did my duty with those shrimps.
Yeah, I had 4. They were good.
They were excellent.
I can't eat that much.
Sad day, we got to head home, but the wives are calling.
He mentioned the shrimp, but oh my gosh, the food.
Yeah.
There was soups. There was, cast iron dishes that were made up. There was so much food. It was just incredible, and I guess the people that come to Frozen Butt Hang, I got to compliment all of you. You're really great cooks, but don't quit your day job yet. But it was still excellent.
It was phenomenal.
It was phenomenal.
We had a mountain man breakfast yesterday. Yeah. After eating that's why we went for the hike. We were looking for mountains. Beef stew.
Many soups.
Oh, they had chicken fajita, or I didn't get to have that. Chef made that, and I was out filming, doing a time lapse. I came back and people devoured it. Burritos, on and on and on.
You think I gained any weight here? I don't know.
Oh, I know I did. So, well, we really appreciate you guys watching.
Yeah.
It really means a lot to us. And we'll see you on the next trip. So this is Runner, and I'm the Marine. Thank you guys for watching. God bless.